pad in the left-hand corner, at the very bottom, the left-hand corner. Yeah. All right. There we go. Now we're in business. I hope everyone had a great holiday, had a great New Year's. I spent mine up in the mountains, Smoky Mountains in North Carolina. The temperature got a cozy, I think the coldest it got was about 65, well, about 60 degrees, maybe 55 in the morning. The day we left, 30 degrees. So we missed the cold weather. But, you know, that's how it goes. Welcome to FGCU Academy Online. Welcome to Balance University Online. I'm your instructor, Chris Williams. We want to welcome everyone back. Here we are in week 78, if you can believe that or not. So I do want to give you a little rundown here of what we do. Balance University is comprised of 4 pillars: strength, posture, flexibility, and then of course balance. As we move through the pillars, we'll do two exercises per pillar. And except for the balance pillar, we'll execute 4 exercises. You may see my little dog going back and forth. And yes, the snowman is still up. We just got in town this past weekend, so dropping off kids to Florida State and vacation and all that stuff. So I told you we love Christmas. So I want to make sure everyone has something steady to hold on to, a chair, preferably something without casters. We want to make sure that everyone is safe. As we move through these exercises, if you're not comfortable or confident in what we're doing, let's say you just don't feel like you have the confidence in the movement that we're doing. You think you may lose your balance or you don't feel quite strong enough. I want you to just pause, okay? And I will offer what's called a modification. That is just a variance of that exercise, okay? And if the exercise looks easy, then what I'll do is I'll offer what's called a progression. And what that is that means we'll make the exercise a bit harder. I'll introduce a variable. There's many different variables that we can do, but we'll try to accommodate the varying abilities in the class, okay, which is very easy to do. So remember to breathe. There will be certain times I instruct you to breathe a certain way. Other than that, I want you to breathe normal. Do not hold your breath, okay? I want to make sure everybody understands. Do not hold your breath. We want to keep that circulation moving. We want to keep that blood moving throughout the body. I will ask for questions at the end of each pillar. If you have a pressing question that you really want to ask right away, just raise your hand and we'll stop. You can unmute your mic and fire away. Other than that, we'll handle questions at the end of each pillar. At the end of class, I'll stay a little later and we can do a one-on-one question and answer session if you like, or you can just fire away in front of the class, whatever you're most comfortable with. All right. Any questions as we return from the previous weeks? Nope. Everyone ready to get started? All right, let's do it. So, week 78, we're going to talk, you know, I was torn on what to talk about, especially with Christmas. You know, we had discussed previously about falls and about falls over the holidays and what those statistics were, what those facts were, what the data was. And after Christmas, we all get our presents, and a lot of us get wearable devices. A lot of us get new shoes. And so what I thought we would do the next couple of weeks is today we're going to cover the topic of shoes. Next week we'll cover wearable technology like your Fitbit or your Apple Watch and how that can help you detect falls or even save you. But today let's talk about shoes. And did you know that according to an article in the Geriatric Orthopedic Surgery and Rehabilitation, close to 80% of elderly people experience foot problems? Well, that explains all the orthotics, right? And all the podiatrists making an absolute killing on selling these $5 million a pair orthotics. Well, what are common foot problems? Corns, calluses, bunions, fallen arches, hammer toes. Here's the most common injury to recreational athletes. I'm sure we've all had about, certainly know someone that's had about, with plantar fasciitis. Who has had or experienced plantar fasciitis, also known as turf toe? You know, turf toe can drive you crazy, as you saw this past weekend. A wide receiver named Antonio Brown. He must have had turf toe, right? Running off the field without a shirt on. That's what it was, I'm telling you. So turf toe is just an inflammation of the tendons and fascia at the bottom of our foot. But let me tell you what else happens, right? We have mechanoreceptors we often talk about at the bottom of our feet that detect pressure. And a question I asked often in lectures is, well, is it better to practice your balance with shoes on or shoes off? And the answer to that question is shoes off. And the reason why is because 80% of elderly people experience foot problems. That means some sort of dysfunction. Well, what if your foot inverts, everts, right? What if you have a little bit of a tilt, eversion, yes, right? And so what happens is what it means is if your foot doesn't land flat on the floor, okay? So you put on orthotics to correct that. But think about things like memory foam. We're putting memory foam in shoes now, and what happens is that memory foam, orthotics, they wrap around your foot and the dysfunction to eliminate the pain. When your foot hits flat on the floor, there's nowhere to hide. Now all the mechanoreceptors are firing and working. All of them are in contact with the floor. Think about an octopus. Think about all the little suction cups, and think about that being on the bottom of your feet. Okay, and if you have some sort of dysfunction that does not allow your foot to hit flat on the floor, but when you put your shoe on, it accommodates your dysfunction, your mechanoreceptors are not hitting and firing and sending the true signals of what your floor, what your balance center of mass should be. It's around the dysfunction. Now, when we're barefoot, your foot has to hit flat on the floor. Does that make sense? Now you have all those mechanoreceptors able to detect pressure. If I go too far one way, too far the other, too far front, too far back, those mechanoreceptors send signals to my brain to let me know that I'm about to pass the point of no return, and I correct myself. Now, common orthotics, I'm not going to go through all this, guys. Remember, sources are in your email that you'll get in a class. But there was a study done of the effect of orthotics and shoe characteristics on the balance in healthy subjects. And the results demonstrated that older people should be advised to wear, I don't like that, older people. I'm just going to call them people. The results demonstrated that people should be advised to wear thin, hard-soled footwear with high collars to reduce the risk of falling. High collars just means covers your ankle, supports your ankle. So there you go. And orthosis improved postural stability by increasing the benefit of what's called somatosensory. Those are sensory organs at the bottom of our feet. Again, mechanoreceptors, same thing. Footwear with the proper features can be appropriate to help us stabilize ourselves as we move throughout our environment, through our daily activities. All right? Well done. Any questions there? Little mentions and tips, give you some little education and knowledge for the day. Let's fire away. Let's rock and roll. All right. How many of you practiced your balance every day over the holidays? Wow. Very good. Well done. Let's start with our assessments, all right? We'll start with our chair. Let's put it on the left side there. I want my chair on the left side. Good, good. I'm going to steal a quick shot of water here. Okay. We're going to start with our feet hip width apart, knees slightly bent, left hand on the chair, okay? I want to close my eyes, hand on the chair. I want to get my bearings. We're going to stand this way, feet hip width apart with our eyes closed for 15 seconds. Core tight, knees slightly bent, eyes closed, time begins now. If you feel comfortable and confident in this position, feel free to lift your hand off that chair a couple of inches. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Very good. Now let's just simply move our feet close together. We want to have them side by side, knees slightly bent. Same drill, okay? We're going to close our eyes. Hand on the chair, eyes closed. Time begins now. and time. Excellent. Now we're going to stand on one foot. We're going to do this two ways. First time, eyes open. Second time, eyes closed. Okay, there's a process. Here we go. I want you to shift your weight to your left foot. All right, we're going to bring our foot up underneath us, not behind, not in front, underneath. I want you to find a focal point in front of you, something on the wall, maybe something, a picture or a spot. Focus on that point, okay? We've got our weight shifted to our left foot, our knee is slightly bent, hand on the chair, right foot is in the air. Bend your knee, eyes are open. We're going to stand on one foot for 15 seconds. Time begins now. If you do not feel comfortable, you can leave your toes on the ground. You can leave your hand on the chair. You can use one or two fingers. I want to make sure that you feel comfortable and confident. Let's be safe, okay? And 3, 2, 1, and time. This time we're going to close our eyes. This is very difficult. So if you feel like that you can't do this or it's too hard, that's okay. It's supposed to be hard, all right? But let's go through the process here. Listen to my verbal cues. We're going to shift our weight to our left foot. I want you to lift the heel and the heel only of your right foot into the air. Bend your left knee, core tight, shoulders back, close your eyes, hands on the chair. Now, if you're swaying a bit or if you feel really unsteady here, I want you to stay here, okay? I don't want you to lift your foot in the air. If you feel confident, let's go ahead and bring that right foot up just an inch or so into the air. If you need to continue to hold on, do so. Time begins now. Excellent. Be safe. Good. It is okay to keep your toes on the ground and your hand on the chair. And 3, 2, 1, and time. Well done. Let's flip it around. We're going to move that chair over to the other side. Same song and dance here as we did with the left foot. This time we'll be doing everything on the right foot. Standing on one leg, eyes open. Let's shift our weight to the right foot. Bringing that left foot up into the air. Remember, bend your knee. Find your focal point. Time begins now. Good. You'll notice that you're probably better on one side than the other, right? And that's completely normal. Good. And 3, 2, 1, and time. Eyes closed. Remember the verbal cues. We're going to shift our weight to our right foot. Knee slightly bent. Lift the heel and heel only of the left foot into the air. Close your eyes. Hand on the chair. Knee slightly bent. Core tight. Shoulders back. Okay, if you feel comfortable and confident, you can lift that left foot into the air. If not, I want you to keep those toes on the ground, hand on the chair. Time begins now. Standing on one foot, our right foot, eyes closed. That's it. Be safe. Well done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Great job. All right, those are our assessments. We will be doing those assessments before every class. That kind of gives us an idea of where our balance is going. Are we progressing? Are we digressing? I want to know. All right, if you feel like you're getting worse, we need to talk, okay? Any questions? Perfect. Let's get a shot of water, 20 seconds. We're going to move right into our chair, and we're going to move right into our strength pillar. Balance is comprised of 4 pillars. You have a lot of programs that physical therapists use and other facilities like the Otago program that focus on 3 of the pillars. Balance University, we focus on all 4, right? We take a brain-first approach to our balance. We'll talk more about that too in the 3rd and 4th week about BDNF and neurotropins and all the things that go on in the brain and how it works, okay? So we're going to start, holy moly, we're going to start in the fire already. Hope you're ready for this. First thing we're going to do, and since it is the first week back, we're going, I tell you what, we're going to take our chair to the left side. Let me demonstrate, you guys follow. We're going to bring our leg up, out, in, and down. If you can, try not to allow this right leg to touch the ground once it's in the air, okay? If you need it for extra stability between each rep, that's fine, okay? So here we go. We're going to shift our weight to our left leg. Remember, keep that knee bent. And let's begin. We're going to come up, then out, then in, and down. Let me give you a different view. We're going to go up, out, in, and down. Remember, try not to allow that foot to touch. And 3, out, in, and down. Shoulders back. Keep that nose over your toes, though. And 4, good, out, in, and down. And 5, 2, 3, and 4, and 6, good. Stay in control. Take your time. And 7, good. Last one, and 8. Out, in, and down. And notice when I do that exercise, when I go out, my shoulders, my back, my core does not go backwards, right? I want to stay forward, stay engaged, keep that core tight. Well done. Let's flip that chair to the other side. We're going to do the same thing, opposite leg here. Okay. Same thing, opposite side. All right, excuse me. We're going to shift our weight to our right foot. Find your focal point. Knee slightly bent. And let's begin. Up, out, in, and down. And 2. Good. And down. That's it. And 3. Out, in, and down. Remember, try to keep that foot in the air. 4. That's it. And 5. It's perfectly okay to hold on to the chair if you need it. 5. Take your time. Stay in control. Remember, try not to lean back. Stay engaged. Even if you have to sacrifice a little bit of height, that's okay. I would rather you sacrifice the height to enable you to stay forward and engaged rather than lean back. Good. 2 more. Out, in, and down. Last time. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. What you probably notice is not only are you feeling the leg that's actually doing all the moving, getting a little warm, but you're also feeling some work being done up here in the glute and in the lower leg, right? Good, good, good. So now we're going to take our chair and we're going to sit in it, kind of. We're going to do what's called a wall sit, or we're going to imitate a wall sit. Basically, we're going to squat down as far as we can before our chest points to the ground, right? So I want you to imagine that you have a headlight in your chest, right? As we go down, I want to make sure the light illuminates what's in front of me and not the ground. Okay, so if the further down I go, the more bent over I become. I want you to come up until you're able to shine your light on the wall. Does that make sense? Okay, here we go. You'll feel your weight shift to your heels. That's what we want. And let's begin. Go down as far as you can, right? As far as you can. If you can hover an inch or so above the chair, that's prime. You're just going to hold this position for an hour. Here we go. Just kidding. 20 seconds. Make sure your knees are not caved in. You want to make sure your knees are over your toes, right? Let me give you a different angle. My weight is shifted to my heels. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.5, 1.5, 0. Whew. Let's do that again. That was fun. Catch your breath. If you need a shot of water, go ahead and get a drink. All right. One more time. Now, if 20 seconds is a little tough, come on up, right? If you need to come up at the 10, the 12, the 8, Come on up at that mark, okay? We're gonna hold 20 seconds. Feet are as wide as the width of the legs on my chair. I'm using the chair in case I tire, I fatigue, and I have to sit down. It's right there, okay? Let's begin. We're down as far as you can while illuminating what's in front of you. Good. That's it. Halfway there. Good. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Well done. Shake it out. 10 or 15 seconds for water. Going back to the first exercise. Going to put that chair on the left side there. I think I'm in trouble. Oh, Louis here. We thought he was going to be a full-grown lab. He's 10 years old. It's as big as he's getting. Now, I don't think there's any more growth spurts for this guy. All right. We're going to start with the chair on our left side. I want you to find your focal point. Okay? And this is the one we're lifting our leg up, kicking out, bringing it in, back down. Remember, try not to put your leg back on the floor if you can help it. It is okay to hold on throughout the duration of the exercise. Let's begin. Shift your weight to the left foot. Nice and tall, core tight. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Take your time. 1, 2. We want to go slow. 3, and 4. 2 more. Stay engaged. Don't lean back. Last one. In and go. Great job. Let's rotate. Very good. Very good. Okay, same thing. Most importantly, stay engaged. Keep your knees slightly bent. Find your focal point. Let's shift our weight. Left leg in the air. Let's begin. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Remember, I would rather you stay engaged rather than lean back. So if you have to sacrifice height when you bring the leg up, the hip flexion, that's okay. Good. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. Try to keep that foot in the air. 2, what do I mean by that? Don't let it touch right here. Good. That's it. 3 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Last time. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Excellent. Good, good. Let's back to our chair. 2 rounds of 20 seconds, right? This is called an isometric hold or a wall sit. Traditionally, you'll see these with people sitting against the wall, right? Okay, here we go. Nice and tall. My feet are as wide as the legs on my chair. All right, and let's begin. We're going to go down as far as we can without sacrificing a little bend at the waist. I want to make sure I'm illuminating what's in front of me. Don't worry, I've already started the clock. Good, good. You'll get credit for time served. Don't let those knees cave in. Make sure the knees are following our toes. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Excellent. 10 seconds, 15 seconds. We're going to go right back at it. Shake those legs. Contemplate why you did this morning on a Friday morning. You did it because it's good for you, right? Remember, falls are not a natural part of aging. All right, here we go. Everyone set. And we're down. Shift that weight to your heels. Stick that bottom out. Good, good, good. Make sure that chest is up. There you go. I like to put my hands in front of me. That's just a personal preference. You can put them on your hips, wherever you like. Good. And 3, 2, 1, and time. Awesome. Grab some water, 20 to 30 seconds here. We're going to take a break. That's our strength pillar. Okay, those exercises are specifically designed to strengthen our legs. Okay? Very good. Any questions? Nope? Well done. All right. Perfect. All right, a few more seconds. Let me grab a shot myself. Okay. If there are no questions, we're going to go ahead and move into our posture pillar. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to bring our chair to our left side here. Good. We're going to start out pretty simple at the beginning of the year, okay? This is something a lot of you have done before. It's really not going to be much of a challenge balance-wise. There's always some sort of proprioceptive environment that we're in. All that means is stable but unstable. For example, this is a strengthening exercise, but it's also a balance exercise too. We try to incorporate as much as we can, as much muscle stimulation as we can in every exercise. We want to get as many pennies on the dollar as possible, is the old saying. We're going to be in our balanced position of confidence. That's just one foot in front of the other, right? A split stance. We're going to take our left foot forward, right? Our left foot is closest to the chair. Our left foot is forward. Okay? Core is tight. We're going to bring our hands up in front of us. We're going to turn our palms to the sky. Now, our arms are extended, but they're not locked. I'm going to bring them out to the side, and I'm going to push back. Now, I want to try to keep them on the same plane, right? I don't want one arm down here and one arm up there. I want to try to keep them on the same plane. I want to push back to stretch the chest, and then I'm going to come together touching my pinkies. Okay, and let's begin. 1, push. There you go. Bend your knees. And 2, your weight should be split evenly, right? My weight should be split 50-50 on my feet. 3, there you go. Nice and slow. 4, 5, good. Push, push. And 6, keeping those palms to the sky. 7, that's it. And 8, now if you're getting tired, it's okay to stop. We're going to go to 15. This is 9. If you can hang in there, we'll go to 15. And 10, remember, keep that core tight. Good, 5 more, nice and slow. 5, push, push, push it back, Michelle. Atta girl, good, good. And Marlou, push back, atta girl, good, good. Good to see you again, yes. And Gwen, push, push. Atta girl, wow. All right, Martha, let's see it. Push, push. That's it, good. Last one for good luck. Push, maybe you'll win the 600 million Powerball, and relax. Somebody already won it. 2 people. Can you imagine? That's almost too much money, you know? I don't know. Is there a thing? Is there such a thing? Maybe not. All right. So, what we're going to do is what I call a shoulder stability exercise, okay? Now, it's going to look pretty simple until you do the movement, okay? So don't knock it until you try it. Those of you who have done it know exactly what I'm talking about. We're going to do today, we're going to do this without a band as to lay the foundation for weeks 3 and 4 here in this little series. All we're doing is we're standing with our feet hip width apart, knees slightly bent. Our arms are in front of us, just like so, okay? Let me come closer to the camera, right? Now, I don't want to make an A, and I don't want to make a V. I want to be parallel. In this position, I'm going to push straight up. Now, my elbows are going to have a tendency to want to flare out. I want to fight that tendency and keep my elbows pointing straight ahead, okay? And now as I get to the top, I'm going to push back and try to get my biceps to cover my ears, okay? You see how back they are? They're covering my ears. That's my aim. Now here's the tricky part. As I come down, my elbows are going to want to flare out. I am going to force them in, which means I'm going to have to externally rotate those shoulders. Rotate them in and bring them down. Everyone got that? So you're just going to go up, fight it, fight the urge, and coming right back down, okay? Let's begin. Here, knees slightly bent, core tight, and we're up, push back, and down. Here's the part. Push it in, fight it. That's it. Perfect. To here, back to start position, and we're up. Push, push back, and down. Good. Really fight to keep those arms parallel. And 3, up, 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 push back, and down. And 4. Good, good. Now, if you get tired, you can stop. That's it. We're going to go to 8. And 5. Push. Oh, good, good, good. 6. Push back, good. And 7. And down. Last one. And 8. Up, up, up. And down. Whoo! I don't know about you guys, my shoulders are on fire. Oh my goodness. Now, if you have some sort of dysfunction in the shoulder, let's say you've even had a shoulder replacement, a total joint replacement in the shoulder, this exercise you can do. You may have a little bit of restriction due to scar tissue, or maybe you have some kind of torn patella tendon or something in there. That's okay. Go as far as you can before you hit the pain. All right, so if this is as far as you can go, then just hold it steady until we come back down, and then you can catch us and go up and down in that range of motion that's allotted for you, okay? That's available to you. Let's change our chair to the other side. Good. Going back to our reverse shoulder swings. Now remember, we're doing this exercise not only to undo everything that's happening during the course of a day. When we sit, shoulders go together. Drive, shoulders go together. On our phones, shoulders go together. So we're going to stretch the chest out. Not only that, we're strengthening the back, the posterior delt, teres major and minor. That muscle, you guys have always heard muscle is heavier than fat. The body does not like muscle. That's why it's so hard to get and keep, because it's heavy, costs the body a lot of calories, it's tough to move. But what it does for us is, as we're doing this exercise, we're strengthening these muscles back here. It's going to act as an anchor and pull our shoulders back to help us keep ourselves in the proper posture position. All right, does that make sense? Okay, here we go. Right foot forward. Nice and tall, knees slightly bent. Remember, my weight is split 50-50. Hands out in front of us. And let's begin. We're going to go out, push, 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 and in. Now you might find that your stance with your right foot forward versus your left foot is a bit different. That's normal. We're all better balancing on one side than another. Push, that's it, good. Take your time. You're certainly welcome to move at your own pace. That's it, good. And 4, push, that's it. Make sure you really push back there, okay? I want to get a good dynamic stretch there. 6. Also, try not to allow your head to jut forward. As you push back, keep your head back. Good, and keep your shoulders down. Push, push, that's it. 3 more. Good. You want to keep those hands about chest level to shoulder level. Last one. Good, and rest. That's it. If you need a shot of water, go ahead and grab one. We're going to take just a few seconds here. Good. All right. And let's set up for our shoulder stability, okay? Keeping everything parallel. Now, As we progress, as we get stronger, we'll add a band around, right? So it's always good to have a band. Most of us have one of those therapy bands. So make sure you have that available for each class. It's not necessary. I'm not going to do anything you can't do because you don't have a band, okay? Most people have one around the house because they've had a loved one or themselves in physical therapy. So we're going to take advantage of that, okay? So here we go. We're setting up, all right? And let's begin. We're up, push back, and down. Fight it. Point those elbows straight. That's it. Good. And up. Cover those ears. Stay engaged. Don't lean back. And down. And 3. Push, push, push. Push those elbows in. As we come down, push those elbows towards one another. That's it. And 4, like you're squeezing a watermelon in between your arms. If you let your arms go out a little bit, that watermelon's going to fall. That's it. And 5, push, push, and down. And 6, going to 8. Again, if you fatigue, you need to stop. That's okay. 2 more. Try not to let your head jut forward. 7, push, and down. Last one, and 8. Push, push, push those elbows in. Don't let them flare out. Push them in. That's it, and rest. Whew! Who knew? Who knew? My golfers love that. Well, they don't love it, but it certainly helps with the club head speed, which they love, okay? Quick shot of water. That is our posture pillar. You'll notice we're addressing the shoulders. That's it. Good, good. All right, let's take about 20 seconds. We will be in our chairs for the flexibility pillar. So after your shot of water, go ahead and set your chair up. Very good. Any questions there? Any questions over anything so far? Everyone? Good. Awesome. Okay. All right, just taking a quick look. Oh, okay, good. Here we go. Starting in our chair. Now, how many of you worked on your flexibility over the holiday? I want to get close and see the screen here. Do I have to have this talk? Do we have to do this right now? 1, good job. We have to do something every day, okay? Okay, deal? Do something every day. All right. It's too early to fuss at anybody. So, here we go. All right, I'll just make you feel really guilty. How about that? No, just kidding. Flexibility, right? It's important that our muscles are flexible, right? They're pliable. They have some elasticity to them. That way, they're able to function throughout their designed range of motion, okay? A lot of times you'll see people with dysfunctional gait patterns. There's a lot going on there. One of the culprits is going to be tight hamstrings, right? Tight glutes, maybe even a tight gastroc and posterior tibialis, muscles in the lower leg. They're not, because those muscles are so tight, think about a mooring line that's 10 feet long, right? The line that ties your boat to the dock. What happens if we take that 10-foot rope and we tied 10 knots in it? Is that rope going to be 10 feet? It's not, right? It may be 6 or 7 feet. So what that means is think about that rope as your hamstring. And as we sit, that hamstring, that rope shortens. We stand, it lengthens. We sit, it shortens. The more time we spend sitting, it loses elasticity, the less likely it is to be able to reach 10 feet or reach its range of motion it's supposed to reach, right? It's designed to reach, which contributes to a dysfunctional gait pattern because we cannot straighten our leg to hit heel to toe. So, how many of you watch TV? right? So when you're sitting there watching TV, you're watching Wheel of Fortune, I want you to take your left leg and prop it out in front of you, okay? Let me just adjust the camera just a bit so you guys can see here. I don't want to mess with it too much. All right. Okay. So we're going to take our left foot and put it out in front of us. All right? It's okay if your knee's slightly bent. That's fine. You want the right leg at a 90-degree angle, okay? Let me give you a little bit different angle. Both hands, so I'm sitting about the middle to the edge of my chair. I don't want to sit so far in front that the chair tips up on me, right? So I'm about the middle to the edge. I'm going to take both hands, I'm going to slide them down my left leg. Okay? And it's okay if my toes pointed straight. It's okay if my toes pointed to the sky. What I want to make sure I'm doing is feeling a stretch in the back of my leg. Okay? And everybody do this now. We're going to hold this position for 20 seconds. Good. Hold in this position for 20 seconds. There's a reason for 20. That's not an arbitrary number. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Very good. All right. Legs rotate to the opposite side. Same thing. Knee at 90. Leg extended out in front of us. This is our right leg this time. Both hands, we're going to slide down. That's it. You're going to hold steady. Right? It's not uncommon to be more flexible on one side than the other either. Good. Holding it. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. Now, let's take both of our legs and bend them at 90-degree angles. What I want to do is I'm going to take both hands and I'm going to reach down towards the floor. Okay? If I can get my hands on the floor, great. If I can't, go as far as you can. If for some reason you can't bend over, then I want you to just lean forward as much as you can and just hold. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Great. Now we're going to sit back in our chair. I want you to scoot back all the way back into your chair. However, try not to allow your back to touch the back of the chair there. Okay? I want my back a little off of the back of the chair. Okay? I'm going to take my left hand and I'm going to reach under my chair and hold the underside of my chair. Okay? I'm reaching and holding the underside of my chair. I'm going to take my right hand and cross it over my stomach. Okay? Right hand across my stomach. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lean to the right. My left hand is holding. I'm leaning to the right, away from that anchor. I'm going to look to the right as well. So not only am I leaning to the right, but I'm looking to the right. I'm going to look up. I'm going to look down. I'm going to find the place I feel that stretch the most and just hold steady. You'll feel a pull in the arm. You may feel it in the shoulder. You may feel it in the neck. All the way up to your ear. What we're doing is we're stretching our neck. Keep stretching. You don't want to kill it. You just want to feel a nice good pull. And 3, 2, 1, and time. Let's rotate to the other side. Okay, same thing. Right hand is going to hold under the chair there. Left hand is going across the stomach. Now I'm going to lean and look to the left. Okay, so here we go. Lean and look to the left. I'm going to look up. I'm going to look down. Bit of exploration there. I'm going to find the place I feel the stretch the most and hold steady. Very good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Excellent. Now, the reason why flexibility in our neck is so important is because when I walk, most of the time I'm talking as well. I do not want to be preoccupied or distracted by the lack of flexibility in the cervical area, in my neck area, in that gastrocnemius, that's your neck muscle. I want to be able to have the freedom of movement so that I can identify obstacles, right? Not only that, but something that's not necessarily balance related. Most folks that I work with want to live at home until they can't, or until they're no longer here with us. In order to do that and to stay independent, driving is a big part of that. And I don't know if any of you have been or live in Naples or have been to Naples. 75 North is like a parking lot, no lie. And everyone here is a retired NASCAR driver. I did not know that until I got here. Very important we're able to have freedom so we can identify obstacles and former NASCAR drivers. Okay? All right. Any questions? That's our flexibility pillar. And then as we go through classes and we become a little more familiar with the different movements, we'll be able to get a little more in too. So I know that's exciting. No questions. Let's jump into our balance pillar. I want you to get a drink of water, all right? And we'll be back here in about 15, 20 seconds. As you're getting your drink and as you begin to come back, I want to set up with the chair on the left side. I know. I messed up on my help. All right. We're going to start with the chair on the left side. When you get your sheet today, when you get your email after class, check your email. What you'll see is that you have highlighted exercises. These highlighted exercises are what I suggest that you do every day. I would love for you to do the whole program. However, I am realistic. The highlighted exercises are the ones you're going to get the most value from. They're going to help you the most. If you will do these every day, like we've done them here in class, you will definitely see your balance improve at a faster rate. Okay? All right. First thing we're going to do in the balance pillar, remember, 4 exercises here. We've got our chair. We have our chair on the left side. We're going to bend our knee. We're going to lift our right foot up in the air. Let me demonstrate and we'll all follow. And I'm just simply going to rise up onto my toes and then I'm going to come back down. Here's the trick. As you come down, try not to allow your heel to touch the ground again, right? So you'll always be on your toes. We're going to go up and down, okay? If you can't do this, if this is really hard, it's okay to do both of them, right? You need the assistance of the other leg until you get strong enough. Use that leg, okay? So here we go. Let's shift our weight to our left foot. Hold on, okay? We're going to go up, high as you can, and down, but don't let your heel touch. And 2, up and down. 3, up and down. And as you get comfortable, you can try to let go, maybe use 1 or 2 fingers. And 4, that's it. And 5, good. 6, and 7, and 8, up, 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 high as you can. 9, let's see if we can get to 15. 10, good. 11, and 12, 13, 14, last one, 15. Oh, mercy, shake it out. Good, good, good. All right, let's rotate that chair to the opposite side. Great job. Same thing. Same thing. Strengthening that lower leg. That's what we're looking for, okay? Same song and dance here, okay? Shift our weight to our right leg. Hand on the chair, knees slightly bent, core tight, shoulders back. And let's begin. We're up as high as we can and down. And 2. Good. And 3. and 6, and 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 3 more, 13, hang in there, 14, you can do it, last one, 15, and rest. Awesome. Great job. Now, if you feel a cramp, right, or if you feel your calf getting tight, let me just really quickly suggest a calf stretch, right? I'm going to stand behind my chair, and with my left foot or my right foot, I'm just going to step backwards. Okay, so I'm in this position, and just my foot. I don't want to go back with my body, right? I just want to go back with my foot. You see that? So lean forward, and then I'm going to push majority of my weight onto my right foot. And you'll feel a stretch in that calf back there. Now, if you don't feel that stretch, then what happened was whenever you stepped back, your body went back. Okay, I don't want your body to go back. When you step back, just your leg. You see how my ears, my nose stays over my toes? This versus this. Okay? And then that's a good calf stretch, all right? So if you guys feel your calves getting tight, that's a good one to do. So, chair on the right side. What we're going to do is we're going to cross the midline. If you have a hip replacement, the doctors will tell you do not cross the hip line, right? If you've got a total joint replacement in the hip, typically you don't want to sit like this because that joint, that hip will pop out. What we're going to be doing though is we're just going to be touching. As long as you don't push, you're going to be fine. But if you just a slight gentle crossover, you will be fine. Not should, you will, all right? But don't push, okay? So here we go. This is what we're doing. Balancing on our right leg, left leg in the air, find your focal point, core tight. Taking my left leg, I'm going to touch and touch. Now notice, I have 0 body weight on this leg moving. Okay, everyone see that? Let's give it a try. Shift our weight to our right leg. I have 100% of my body weight on that right leg. My knee is slightly bent, core tight, shoulders back. Let's begin. Going across, touch, and touch. Now, if you can't get across, you can do in front. Good. And touch. That's it. And 4. Now, if you feel comfortable and confident, go ahead and let go. 5. That's it. Slow. Take your time. 6. Don't go too fast. If you're going too fast, you're going to lose your balance. We don't want momentum to play a factor in this exercise. That's it. Back and forth. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. All right, let's flip it around. We're going to do the same thing with the opposite leg. Same thing. Okay, remember to stay nice and tall. Keep that left knee slightly bent. Okay, we've got the right leg out. Find your focal point, and let's begin. Going across and to this outside. Now, if you can't get all the way across, touching in front is quite all right. Remember, I don't have any body weight on this right foot. That's it. If you feel comfortable and confident, go ahead and let go. Maybe use 1 or 2 fingers if you need it. Keep that knee slightly bent. That's it. Good. Take your time. Don't allow momentum to play a part or a role in this exercise. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, Shake it out. Excellent. We're going to keep the chair right there. Keeping the chair right there. The next exercise is our water fountain exercise, or what I like to call our single leg balance reach. All right, let me demonstrate and then you guys can follow. We're going to shift our weight to our left foot. Right leg in the air. We're going to shift and then reach. And back to start position. Now my right leg doesn't touch the ground again unless I need it to. I need a little assistance. I need a little help. So let me give you a different angle, right? I've got my leg in the air. So I shift, I lift, reach. Notice my knee is slightly bent. I'm reaching with both hands. And I'm back to start position. I'm going to take my time, reach as far as I can, and then back to start position. Now, if you need a little help, a little assistance, it's certainly okay to reach with one hand as you hold on to the chair with the other hand, okay? So let's begin. We've got the chair on the left side. Shift our weight to our left foot. Right leg is in the air. I'm at start position. Nice and tall. And then let's reach. And start with a small reach. Kind of get your bearings in this movement. And 2. And as we go through and get deeper with our repetitions, you can reach a little bit further until you find your comfort point. And 3. Nice and slow. Slow is better. 4. Good. And 5. That's it. Look. 6. 2 more. 7. That's it. Good. Last one. And 8. Reach and rest. Man, is anyone else's foot burning? My leg is on fire. Oh, good job. Let's rotate. I don't know whose idea this was, but they're fired. My gosh. Same thing. Here we go. Nice and tall, core tight. Find your focal point, right? Bend your knee. Let's shift our weight to that right leg. All right, foot in the air, and let's begin. We're going to reach. Start slow and back. Start short. And 2, and as we move and get deeper into the repetitions, you can reach a little bit deeper until you find that point where you're at your furthest, but you're still efficient with the movement. Good. And 4. That's it. Notice I'm not going fast. Notice how slow I'm going. And 5. That's purpose. That's on purpose. 3 more. 6. Reach. Good. And 7. Eventually you can really get out there. 1 more. And 8. Reach, 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 reach. And relax. Good. Excellent. Grab a shot if you need it. Keeping the chair right where it's at. Oh. All right. Here we go. We're running a little late. I understand if you need to go. We have 2 more exercises. We're going to do this exercise, and then last thing we always do, we always end class with a 60-second balance stand on each leg. So let me show you quickly. I know lots of you have schedules to keep. Left leg, we're going to go back and then forward. Notice I'm not swinging though. I don't look like a grandfather clock. Back and pause, forward and pause. What you'll notice is your weight shifting on the leg you're standing on. As I go forward, your weight will shift more towards the heel. When the leg goes back, the weight shifts more towards the ball of my foot, right? That pad on the front of my foot, near my toes. Here we go. We're going to shift our weight to our right foot. Knee slightly bent. We're going to start in the back, so go ahead and move your foot backwards. Notice I'm not changing the position of my upper body. So from the back, I'm going to go forward. My foot is in the air. It's not touching the ground. And then back. And forward. And backwards. Now notice I'm not bending my knee too much, right? I'm not going here and then here. I'm going to keep my leg extended. Forwards. And backwards. Find your focal point. Forward. And backwards. Good. 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. Well done. All right. You can probably keep your chair right where it's at. You can switch it if you'd like. Yep. Go ahead and flip it. Same thing. Okay, same thing. Let's shift our weight to our left foot. Right foot, we're going to start in the back. It's okay if you need to hold on, that's fine. Okay, if you feel confident or you want to reach out there and take a chance, maybe 1 or 2 fingers, but be safe, okay? We're in the back. Let's begin. From back, forward, and backwards. Forwards, and backwards. Good. And 3. And 4, good, and 5, that's it, and 6, 7, 2 more, 8, 9, last one, knee slightly bent, 10. And back, and rest. Okay, last thing for the day. We're going to balance on 1 foot for 60 seconds. We will start with our left foot. We'll rotate to the right. Okay, grab a shot of water if you need it real quick. Okay, here we go. Nice and tall. Deep breath. Very good. Let's shift our weight to our left foot. Find your focal point. Your eyes are open. Bend your knee. Right foot up in the air, holding just standing on 1 foot for 60 seconds. Time begins now. I'm not going to talk much. I want you to concentrate. 10 seconds have passed. $20. 30. 40. Here we go. 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Well done. How do we do? Thumbs up. Good, good. Let's rotate to the opposite side. Now remember, most of us, 99% of us, are better on one side than the other. So if you struggled on that left foot, this is your time to shine. Okay, here we go. Deep breath. Find your focal point. Shift your weight to your right foot. Knee slightly bent. Left leg in the air. Time begins now. Good. 30 seconds have passed. 40 seconds. 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Great job. Well done. How do we do? Good. Well done. Thank you for being here. You completed your first Balance University online course. Certainly appreciate it, and so does FGCU Academy Online. Are there any questions? Any questions? If you can. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Yep, you got it. All right. Anyone else? All right. Thank you for being patient. We ran a little long. I usually do. I apologize. Just trying to give you more for your dollar. Remember, second edition of Balance University is now available at mybalanceuniversity.com. Please go to the website, check it out. It's chock full of resources, guys. Checklists, videos on the YouTube channel. There are over 100 videos on the YouTube channel. Interviews, classes, lectures, you name it, it's there. Also, Vimeo, if you'll go to the resources, you'll see the video library and every exercise that's in the book. The Balance University 10-week program is in the video library, okay? You guys have a great weekend. Remember your homework, make someone smile. Have a good weekend. Great job. Bye-bye. Great job. Oh.